let's get started with today's Motivational Monday. Okay. So we have been looking at The Greatest Salesman in the World, this book by Dino. Okay. And really, why it's relevant to us is that one of the most effective things we can do to become better salespeople is to become a better person. The Greatest Salesman in the World by Dino is about 10 invaluable scrolls which contain priceless wisdom that built trade empires and created the greatest salesmen in the world. Each of these 10 scrolls contains an affirmation or a promise to make to yourself, along with powerful words of wisdom that will alter your life. Hi, morning, Ruth. So last week we listened to scroll 2, but let me go back to the first scroll, because the first scroll is the most important. It contains a secret given to only a handful of men. It teaches what is the most effective way to learn what is in the other 9 scrolls. If you are following the secret in scroll 1, you should be in your, well, theoretically, if you started right, you should be in your 14th day. But I've had to go back and redo several times because I couldn't get the habit of doing 3 times a day. Okay. But we should still be working on scroll 1 because we want to do it for 30 times. Okay. So meanwhile, I'm going to reveal the next scroll, okay, which is scroll number 3. So I'm going to share my screen and I'm going to play Dino on.
The scroll marked 3. I will persist until I succeed. In the Orient, young bulls are tested for the fight arena in a certain manner. Each is brought to the ring and allowed to attack a picador who pricks them with a lance. The bravery of each bull is then rated with care according to the number of times he demonstrates his willingness to charge in spite of the sting of the blade. Henceforth will I recognize that each day I am tested by life in like manner. If I persist, if I continue to try, if I continue to charge forward, I will succeed. I will persist until I succeed. I was not delivered unto this world in defeat, nor does failure course in my veins. I am not a sheep waiting to be prodded by my shepherd. I am a lion, and I refuse to talk, to walk, to sleep with the sheep. I will hear not those who weep and complain, for their disease is contagious. Let them join the sheep. The slaughterhouse of failure is not my destiny. I will persist until I succeed. The prizes of life are at the end of each journey, not near the beginning, and it is not given to me to know how many steps are necessary in order to reach my goal. Failure I may still encounter at the 1,000th step, yet success hides behind the next bend in the road. Never will I know how close it lies unless I turn the corner. Always will I take another step. If that is of no avail, I will take another, and yet another. In truth, one step at a time is not too difficult. I will persist until I succeed. Henceforth, I will consider each day's effort as but one blow of my blade against a mighty oak. The first blow may cause not a tremor in the wood, nor the second, nor the third. Each blow of itself may be trifling and seem of no consequence. Yet from childish swipes, the oak will eventually tumble. So it will be with my efforts of today. I will be likened to the raindrop which washes away the mountain, the ant who devours a tiger, the star which brightens the earth, the slave who builds a pyramid. I will build my castle one brick at a time, for I know that small attempts, repeated, will complete any undertaking. I will persist until I succeed. I will never consider defeat, and I will remove from my vocabulary such words and phrases as quit, cannot, unable, impossible, out of the question, improbable, failure, unworkable, hopeless, and retreat, for they are the words of fools. I will avoid despair, but if this disease of the mind should infect me, then I will work on in despair. I will toil, and I will endure. I will ignore the obstacles at my feet and keep mine eyes on the goals above my head. For I know that where dry desert ends, green grass grows. I will persist until I succeed. I will remember the ancient law of averages, and I will bend it to my good. I will persist with knowledge that each failure to sell will increase my chance for success at the next attempt. Each nay I hear will bring me closer to the sound of yea. Each frown I meet only prepares me for the smile to come. Each misfortune I encounter will carry in it the seed of tomorrow's good luck. I must have the night to appreciate the day. I must fail often to succeed only once. I will persist until I succeed. I will try and try and try again. Each obstacle I will consider as a mere detour to my goal and a challenge to my profession. I will persist and develop my skills as the mariner develops his, by learning to ride out the wrath of each storm. I will persist until I succeed. Henceforth, I will learn and apply another secret of those who excel in my work. When each day is ended, not regarding whether it has been a success or a failure, I will attempt to achieve one more sale. When my thoughts beckon my tired body homeward, I will resist the temptation to depart. I will try again. I will make one more attempt to close with victory, and if that fails, I will make another. Never will I allow any day to end with a failure. Thus will I plant the seed of tomorrow's success and gain an insurmountable advantage over those who cease their labor at a prescribed time. When others cease their struggle, then mine will begin, and my harvest will be full. I will persist until I succeed. Nor will I allow yesterday's success to lull me into today's complacency, for this is the greatest foundation of failure. I will forget the happenings of the day that is gone, whether they were good or bad, and greet the new sun with confidence that this will be the best day of my life. So long as there is breath in me, that long will I persist. For now I know one of the greatest principles of success. If I persist long enough, I will win. I will persist. I will win.
Okay, wow. that was really something. Okay, that was really something. Okay, so if you recall what we have been sharing in the past, this is the fourth crucial characteristic of a leader, a crucial characteristic of success. Never give up. Never give up. So let me just share with you some things that stood out to me. He talked about the slave building the pyramid. So this message is for us doing network marketing, building that pyramid. And if you've been through rough times, you know that to appreciate day, you need to have, you need to have night. Okay, that's what he said. And I like the principle of just one more. Okay, if you're successful, just one more. If you're not successful, well, just one more. I will persist until I succeed. So long as there's breath in me, that long will I persist. For now, I know one of the greatest principles in success. If I persist long enough, I will win. I will keep walking forward no matter what. Even when I'm feeling weak or depressed, I can always take one more step forward, because one step is never an insurmountable goal. I really like that idea. One step is possible. I will utilize the law of averages, knowing that with each additional attempt, my likelihood of success increases. I will never end a day with a failure. I will persist until I succeed. I will persist until I succeed. Okay, so the good news for those of you who are going through scroll one, which is about 10 minutes, is that The rest are nice short 5-6 minutes. Okay. So persist until you finish scroll 1. Next week, I will share scroll 4. Okay, another amazing scroll to whet your appetite. So meanwhile, remember the secret of scroll 1. I will read each scroll for 30 consecutive days and in this manner. First, I will read the words in silence when I wake up. Second, I will read the words in silence at noon. And finally, and most importantly, I will read the words at night before I go to sleep, and I will read them aloud. I will do this each day for 30 days, then move on to the next scroll. Okay, so you should be doing this for scroll 1 before you move on to scroll 2, the scroll on love.